Hello everyone, I'm Sebastiano Benasso, an associate professor of sociology from the University of Genova in Italy. I'm the new coordinator of Uliseus Work Package 6 devoted to equality, diversity, inclusion and community engagement. With this video, I would like to share with you a recent experience of application of participatory methods within the larger frame of an international comparative research project called CLEAR, Constructing Learning Outcomes in Europe, a multi-level analysis of underachievement in the life course. The project was funded by the Horizon Europe program and lasted 3 years. It was coordinated by Professor Marcelo Pereira do Amaral from the University of Münster and involved 8 European countries. The focus of the project was on the combination of multiple factors that shape learning outcomes and affect their quality in educational settings, also impacting the life trajectories of learners. Social research is often built on solid and well-established methods such as interviews, surveys, statistical analysis, qualitative analysis. These methods are essential, and indeed, they form the backbone of the whole research process in the CLEAR project too. However, when research deals with complex social issues, and especially with inclusion, traditional methods alone are not always enough, as different voices and standpoints of people participating in the analyzed social phenomena are worth considering, and being able to hear those voices may be crucial. This is why CLEAR integrated participatory methods within a broader and more traditional research design. The aim was to give value to different profiles of stakeholders involved in the processes of education and learning, with specific regard to young people who struggled in managing their educational trajectories. Participatory methodologies actively involve people who are usually considered the objects of research. Instead of being only interviewed or observed, participants contribute to shaping research tools, interpreting findings, and discussing results. In CLEAR, this took the form of a transversal participatory approach implemented across all the stages of the project and concretely realized through participatory actions and innovation forums across Europe. In CLEAR, participation was defined as transversal because it was not confined to a single activity or phase. Participatory methodologies crossed the entire project life cycle, from research design to data interpretation and dissemination. This transversal dimension connected different work packages, methods, and actors, creating continuity and coherence. Finally, the implementation of innovation forums closed the cycle of participation within the project. As final events completing the transversal participatory approach, the innovation forums implemented in each partner's country were meant to be deliberative spaces aimed at fostering discussion, reflection, exchange of arguments, and promotion of different stakeholders' opinions within safe environments where the cross-fertilization of ideas was fostered, and young people discussed horizontally with teachers and other professionals in education. One of the strongest values of participatory methodologies is their inclusive potential. They create spaces where voices that are often marginalized, such as young people in vulnerable situations, teachers, social workers, and local stakeholders, can be heard and recognized. During the CLEAR innovation forums, these diverse actors met in deliberative and horizontal spaces, allowing dialogue between young people, professionals, and policymakers. Participation in CLEAR did not replace traditional research methods, rather, it enriched them. Participatory discussions helped researchers to identify specific topics, such as, for instance, the mental health issues of young learners, emotional exclusion, and the gap between institutional indicators and lived experience within the educational environments. The innovation forms transformed research findings into accessible visual and narrative tools for non-academic audiences. Then, participation also empowered the capacity of the project to disseminate the knowledge that constructed through research. Participatory methodologies are valuable not only for what they produce, but also for what they generate. Many participants in CLEAR, in the innovation forums, describe them as rare spaces where they felt listened to, they felt safe, and they felt taken seriously. In this sense, participation becomes a form of inclusion itself, as it allows building trust, confidence, and shared ownership of the knowledge that is produced through research. The clear experience shows that participatory methods are not useful only in academic research. Rather, they can be applied in social projects, in education, in policy design, and in any initiative aiming to promote inclusion. Making participation a core element of project helps turn inclusion from a goal to a shared practice. For this reason, the transversal participatory approach in CLEAR was not tied to a specific research topic. It was designed to be transferred and adapted to other projects dealing with inclusion and also well beyond academia. For those who are interested in the application of methodologies that foster participation in their projects, I strongly invite you to navigate the project website and download materials about participations, with specific regard to the guidelines to the use of participatory methods and the tools and resources website section.